Hey folks, Reloading Bench back with you once again for the final test of old versus new and powder charges. This will be a very small powder charge, probably 5.9 grains. And True Blue is to say this is a fine powder is an understatement. It's probably the finest powder, smallest granules that I've ever worked with. And the cartridges obviously quite small as well. So not a lot of powder and creates a lot of pressure. I will stitch in, as somebody pointed out, so here twice, that when I was doing my test previously, I would like to say and admit that it wasn't as fair could be because I overlooked the fact that I had this third-party adapter inserted into the dispensing tube for the Hornady auto charge. So what this tube did is, and you'll see when I stitch in the video right after I babble for a minute, is this gave me the accuracy I needed, but it increased the time by a factor of probably fourfold. So accuracy versus speed trade-off, and I'll take the accuracy over speed even on the fastest setting any day. So that's that. All right, as was pointed out by someone in my previous video of comparing a large powder drop or large powder charge on the old and new scale, I was trying to go for as much like for like and original equipment, original settings, and then it was pointed out, and I kind of noticed it when I was editing the video for publishing, that I should have taken this third-party adapter out, because obviously that changes the diameter of the tube to be a little closer, even though the new Auto Charge Pro is a little bit bigger. I'm not going to bust out calipers. It's clearly visible that it's larger, not significantly. But what I thought I'd do is, and I'll do it abbreviated so that you're not going through all the pain of watching this all over again. I will do a large powder drop, large powder charge of the 869 powder, 190 grain, just like I did on the previous video. And I will set it to normal and hit dispense and get my timer going, my stopwatch. I'm not sure why. Maybe I need to zero. We want to set this to manual mode. Okay, we're getting into yesterday's issues. I don't know why this defaults to auto. Maybe there's a setting that I did to do that I can't honestly recall at the moment, but I will change it to manual. We will zero, and I will set it to 190 grains, and I will hit my go on my phone. Clearly faster than yesterday, so that was probably an unfair comparison. It's almost as fast. And that's the problem I run into, and that's exactly why I put that little red nozzle on there, because it's usually an overage, and we'll try and run it with fast, and I think you have to hit enter to clear overage. We will zero, and we're at zero. I'm going to say let's move it to fast, and it doesn't like that. Let me come back in clean. Can probably stop the timer. All right, we're going to say mode manual, speed fast. We're at 0, 190 grains. We're going to reset the clock. Start. And my guess is we're going to be over again as well. And this is where I'd have to trickle and play with the speed adjust and everything else. But I will say I believe significantly off. 33 seconds on the clock. And let's see what this does. Probably going to have to tip that back. Alright, so I said we're at 33 seconds. Let me prime this. Alright, so that's full. We're clear. We're zeroed. Reset. So when we get to 30 seconds, we'll see what the difference is. Yeah, significantly different. 15 seconds right now. Alright, there's 33 seconds and we're at 42 and some change. So the reason for the big difference in speed is definitely that third-party nozzle adapter. So I would say they're both very comparable in terms of speed and difference being in the trickle, or at least how it handles the last part of the charge. And I think on normal we were at 4 minutes and some change. Right now we're halfway there and we're at 1:20, so fast is clearly fast, even with the third-party nozzle on there. But I'm very curious how this will handle, because I think it was 1.x grains over on the previous fast. So we'll see how this handles. We're at 2 minutes and 11 seconds. And it should be slowing down here. Two minutes 40 seconds. So we'll be under 3 minutes. 2:43. Okay, so without question, that third-party adapter is worth the extra time savings in terms of frustration of going over or even under on the charge. So I would say that this is that's a keeper in terms of usefulness. Let's throw some powder in here. And again, this, oh, mother fudger. I hate when that happens. We are going to have to edit that out because that is some expensive powder. And that's what happens when I was cleaning. All right, we'll call that cleanup in aisle 2. That's what happens when I try and fix old videos from boo-boos. I left that powder dispense open and paid for it with a little bit of a cleanup. Had to double check this one was open, or rather wasn't open. All right, so there's True Blue. Both machines on. I will start with the old. We'll move to manual mode. We'll leave it on normal, and I will enter 5.9 grains. 5.9. I will hit my clock here in a second. Let me get set up. Reset. And dispense. Ooh, the dispense is so sensitive. Dispense again. Okay. Dispense a third time. There we go. I don't know what that P means. I'll have to look that up. Okay, we are at 10 seconds. And right on 5.9. That was nice and fast. Let's toss that back in. After I take a little brush and get out some of my foreign objects that look like I might have picked up in my cleanup process. Or a leftover granule of potentially 869. I don't know if you can see that, but that is like the finest powder. All right, let's try this one more time. Reset my clock. Manual, normal speed, dispense. And I'm just not sure why it's doing that. Try this again. Don't know what's going on here. Maybe I'm not hitting the dispense long enough. I don't know. 13 seconds. Let me do one more for giggles. I don't know what that N is either. Maybe that's normal. That's what I'm going to guess, N for normal. (18, 19 seconds on that one. So we've got some variances on the time. So I'm going to turn that off. Let's move over to the new version. We're going to again leave all the standard settings. We're going to put 5 point. Let's zero it. We're going to put 5 point. Okay, so I see how it's got the previous settings from the oh, that's interesting. So it kept the 190 grains from the previous run. whereas this doesn't keep anything in memory. Let's see. Yep, it does keep that. Let's do a 0. And let's do 5. So I wonder, setting 1, 2, 3, 4. Why does normal have, why does normal remember the target setting? Maybe I had to hit target. Yes, I did. All right, we're at 5.9. And let me reset my clock here. That's there. And I'm going to hit dispense. So we are going to stop. There is no stop. Okay, so hitting dispense again. It reset itself to 5. Okay, I know what happened. I did not hit enter. Okay, so that is what we'll call idiot user error. I'll debate whether I'm going to edit that one out. All right, so target 5.9 grains. Enter. There we go. 5.9 is up there. What a dumbass. All right, 5.9 grains. Dispense. $13, $14, $15, $17. We're at 20 seconds, so about the same amount of time. Actually, this one was more time than that. That one was on fast. So, or excuse me, no, that was on normal. So now that the pipe is primed, we will try this again. So methinks that yesterday's tests were unfair speed-wise because of this. So I'm going to say that this was an inhibitor and definitely skewed the speed test negatively on the original auto charge. All right, let's go with the reset. Dispense 5.9 grains. 3 seconds. 5, 7, 9, 10, 13, 17, 19, 20. Ooh, much longer. 28 seconds. 28 seconds. That's a lot of time. And again, we can play with speed. So I'm going to reset. Start again. And turn this puppy on. And we're going to try fast. "19 seconds. So a little bit faster on that one. Still not blazingly fast. Start again. 5, 9. Maybe I'm not hitting enter on here, and that's part of the issue. Too many buttons. 19 seconds, 20, 23 seconds. Interesting. All right, let's see how long it takes on fast. this? 0 this pan. We're on fast, manual. All right, 5 seconds, 6.1 grains. Over. So fast was fast. And I'm sure I can set this one to fast as well. We're going to do this again. Eh, 5.9. That was pretty good. And now, I'm going to put my phone down, walk around the tripod, and let's add. Let's get the powder out of the way. Let's add this back in and see what it does for accuracy as well as speed. My guess, and since I'm doing this left-handed, it feels quirky. My guess is we're going to have an increase in accuracy and a decrease in speed. So we were running right around 5 seconds and some change. And this first one is going to be a throwaway just because I had to reprime that feed tube. But for doing 5.7 or for loading 5.7 with True Blue and how accurate I need to be with the weights, the time change is not an issue. And I'm looking at roughly probably going to be 50 seconds. Or 60 seconds. Or more. Wow. Yeah, for this powder, I'd really have to tweak the trickle settings on when to start and or how fast to go, because it's going really, really slow. But again, I'm guessing I'm going to get my accuracy on this one. I'll be right on the money. And we're at 1 minute and 25 seconds now. And what I've done in the past is I'll have a Lee dipper as well, especially when I'm using my hand scale. I think you saw that in my other 5.7 videos. I'll just weigh it with a dipper and then go in with a dipper and either tap or remove until I get right down to 5 point whatever grains I'm looking for. So we're at 1 minute 48. And we're going to come in just right around 2 minutes, I'm guessing. Wow, we're going backwards. There we go. Yep, 2 minutes, right on the nose. 2 minutes. So the trade-off is accuracy for that particular third-party nozzle. And I will do one more on the new one, and hopefully the new one's in frame. And we will hit dispense. Ten seconds. 15. 20. 30 seconds. 33 seconds. So I'm getting the accuracy of this third-party nozzle factory from Hornady with the Auto Charge Pro. So the time trade-off, and again, let's see, 0.7 is the speed setting. So let's play with that. 0.7. Let's do 0.9. Actually, let's try 1.5. All right, so that's essentially double, a little over double the speed. And let's see what that gives me. So we were at 30 seconds. We're at 10 seconds right now. 15. 17 seconds. Nice. So I'm going to change speed back to, let's do 0.7, enter, because I was not unhappy with that. So what I'm going to say is that speed-wise, these two units in their native configurations are very comparable. When you add something like this, a third-party tip, and I believe this tip came in two sizes, a large mouth and a small mouth, so that would obviously impact times. And again, since most of what I do is smaller powder charges, that's why I have the small tip on there, so that's probably not the fairest comparison. But in terms of speed, I would say these two are quite similar slash equal. Accuracy, I will give the nod to the Auto Charge Pro over the original Auto Charge. Amazing machine, either one of them. This is still a keeper as a great backup, or to do things twice as fast, depending on what I'm doing on the bench. But overall, they're winning machines, period. So the value that I got this for, absolute hands down, crushes everything. This was expensive, no question about it. That was bucks. So, but at the end of the day, you get what you pay for. And perfect example is the Matchmaster from RCBS allows you to interface with your phone and store your settings. Neither of these do, but they're at a fraction of the cost. So again, it all comes down to what you need and what you're willing to pay for. Take care for now.